Hello and welcome to week 4. If you're watching this and you may have seen or tried to watch my introduction for week 4 earlier and the audio was not working, I apologize for that. And thank you for those who emailed me to correct it. Just briefly, a little introduction to this week. I'd imagine some of you already began the work, but the big difference in an analysis of variance for this week as compared to last week. Last week, what we were doing was taking a look at if you had, for example, 5 groups of data here, and we wanted to quickly run an analysis to see if there was a significant difference among them. And our null hypothesis is that, again, that there is no significant difference between these, that the true means are the same. And then the alternative hypothesis for the ANOVA is that somewhere in here there is a difference between them. So what the ANOVA does, and I still encourage you to please use Excel, and I also put in an online calculator, I'll show you where that is for the new ANOVA, is to practice using Excel to find your solutions for these. And what you do is, again, running the ANOVA using the tool pack, the analysis tool pack, what we're doing is we're comparing this F statistic here to a critical F. Now our textbook does walk us through, and I, with that one screencast, walk you through how to do it by hand. And you still can, of course, and I tend to do it by hand sometimes just to make sure I'm doing it right. But an example for here, if you're running a significant level of 0.05 or an alpha level of 0.05, you compare this p-value. If this p-value is greater than your alpha, then there's nothing more you need to do. You can say that then the evidence does not indicate a significant difference, so we're going to retain the null hypothesis. But like in this case, the alpha level, the p-value is less than our alpha. 0.001 here is pretty significant. Then what you need to do is then take the next steps and use that Tukey's HSD test to compare the different differences. And basically what you're doing then is comparing these averages, or the differences between these, which one of these, which pair, and there might be multiple pairs, have actually a significant difference. So now for this chapter, the key difference now is in the previous ANOVAs, each one of these different data points was from a different subject. However, you might have cases where each one of these data points is from the same subject. So it might be subject person A. These are the 5 outcomes for that person. And person B, these are the 5 outcomes. And that is what's called a repeated measures. And that's what we're focusing on here. And it's a different test. The majority of it is the same. And if you look in the book, you can see it's basically the same process except for one major step where you're looking for actually the mean standard error, working with the error between them. What I put on here is this online ANOVA repeated measures calculator. Excel does not actually run the test we need for this chapter. I'm not really sure why, and I was playing around with trying to create a template for it. Problem is, it would be a template that wouldn't be useful anyway, except for that specific problem. So you can conduct your tests using this online right here, and it's going to give you, once you hit calculate, it's going to give you everything we need. So feel free to use that. Also, the other thing that's due this week is the annotated bibliography. Again, I'm looking for a total of 5 research articles that you found, and the point system here is spelled out pretty clearly. And I give you an example right here to follow, and pay attention again to how this is formatted as far as the APA format. And this is an example of what I'm looking for each of the 5. Good luck this week, and let me know if you have any questions. And again, I apologize for having to do this again due to the audio error. Thank you.